God told me about you and told me that I should sending my angels to take care of you in all your ways. This is not a joke. This is a special message only for you. The sky cried for these. The words will come to you. And I, Miguel, I fought for your soul many. Sometimes I come here one last time. This, it's my goodbye. If you don't listen, it's not one game, and it's not something I'll repeat. Ignoring this again will be the end. Does 9 years, hell wanted to erase your name of the destination's plans. 3. Demons made a pact, and without to know, you helped by opening a door with a word you said in the darkness. But God intervened. He sent one of his own. He sent to me, and I was there when no one else could help you. Can I ask you something? I don't speak as an warrior of God, but as one who he was by your side at all times, difficult that no one saw. Can you stay with me a little longer? I defended you. When your dreams failed, when someone you loved wanted to hurt you, hidden, when a witch put a drop of blood on a candle and pronounced your name, I broke down the altar. But you kept ignoring me. I cried. I screamed your name during a storm. I used my wings to protect you when I was without hope. But every time I tried talking to you, you looked away. Once the sky made a noise for you, no, you wanted to listen. And now I'm falling because my heart can't protect who does not want to be protected. This message can disappear in 45 seconds. And if that happens, the opportunity doesn't, he'll be back. The angel who was chosen for, you can stay silent for, always. You need to know that. There is God has allowed me to share now. And now I've been ordered to away, letting you decide whether you will live or no, if you will still be protected or if you will fall. They will hold you so that you trip over the stones. But that order is on hold because you forgot your identity. You forgot who I am. And the most sad, you forgot who he is. The Archangel Michael is sad because you are about to let the only miracle pass by that heaven created especially for you. When you were born, there was a silence in the hell because even Satan is scared to see your face, not because of your strength, but for what God has kept inside of you. One mark, one tear, divine that can cause great changes against the kingdom of darkness. But every time you ignore my voice, that mark, it weakens. Don't you know that have you been possessed by a demon before? Don't you know that your name is mentioned by a person who makes predictions and who sold his soul? Don't you know that your silence allowed the chains they will come closer, but I know it because I have watched while you were sleeping, struggling, while you were doubting and crying, were you laughing? Do you remember that day when almost did you lose your life? It was I who held the steering wheel for you. Do you remember the night when you felt something heavy in your chest and you thought it was anxiety? He was a demon and I sent him away. But now, I'm tired now. Because love, he also gets tired when he is ignored. Repeatedly. Do you still love God? Or the silence made you forget? You would recognize the voice of heaven if I were to call your true name, chosen soul. This is not a story to entertain. It is a warning in the form of a word. It is a tear falling from the throne. It is the scream of a truth that was hidden by your distractions. I'm going to be blunt. Yes, you ignore this message one more time. Never. I'll talk to you again. I won't protect anymore. No, because I hate you, but because heaven respect your choices. And if you choose the silence, you will have silence. If this touched your soul, write amen so that the angels know that you heard. Thank you. I love you more than the difficulties that I fought for you. Please don't go. The last trumpet has not yet sounded. Before moving on, write in the blank comments. Nothing bad is enough for me, because I am protected by the light of the angels. This will seal your energy with the strength of the angels and will prevent any shadow is approaching. Now come with me. Give this a like, not for me, but so that heaven may help to another person before it is too late. And if I told you that in this exact moment the sky is in silence, waiting for your choice, dear, I can ask you for something, not as someone who is struggling, but as a friend who he was by your side in all the invisible difficulties. Can you now stay with me just a little longer? Because this is the truth that no one else he should listen. This is the message that God hid for a long time, waiting for the day when you would wake up. Why? That day is today. The veil was torn. The light, it turned on. The trial began. Do you know who am I? I'm Miguel. I have come many times in the history of mankind with a sword of fire, with trumpets and lights, with important messages. But I'm not coming as a leader this time. I come as someone hurt by your rejection. I'm coming as someone who used to be able to listen until he stopped having faith. I have you protected before you were born. I saw your soul. Before you had a body, I sensed the struggle that was upon you, even when you still didn't know who you were. And you can't imagine how many times I asked, God, one more opportunity to speak with you. This is that opportunity. No, it will happen again. It was determined long ago, a long time. Your family is different from the others. Your tears don't fall to the ground. They are kept in glass cups for the angels who are in mourning. Your silences are heard in the sky. Whenever you doubt, a wall in the sky will shake it. Every time you walk away, we get hurt. But today you need to know something important. It is not a punishment. It's not revenge. It's love. A love so intense, so difficult to explain, so full that made me ask for me. Because I can still see how you refuse. No, I can feel more like you close your soul when I talk. I can't face another silence from you. The Lord told me, if you move away, Miguel, he will be left unprotected. Why? I replied that it is up to you to decide, because the heaven does not force anyone to do anything. As heaven, just wait. But I've already expected too much. Pay attention with all your heart. If you ignore this, you will never. I'll talk to you again. And when you're in problems, thinking that everything is collapse, you will look for me and I will not. You will find. Not because I don't care, but because you didn't listen to what God, he said when he was near you. Do you know what was hidden? There was a meeting, secret, with the 7 archangels. Name was written in fire on the table. From the sky, one of the cherubim, he asked, what should we do if he continues rejecting us? And the sad Creator replied that I should give you one last opportunity. If you don't take advantage of it, it's time to close the door. This is that opportunity. And there are more things I need to say. The miracle you asked for, that you begged when you were alone and you cried with your eyes closed. Yeah, he was ready, but he went to another person. Why did this happen? Because you were distracted when he arrived. Your soul, it was closed. You didn't pay attention when the angel passed by. But still, the miracle was not lost. It was saved. I'm here to give it to you again, but you need to open your heart now and not ignore me this time. Because if you do, not only will you miss the miracle, you will close the door forever. The voice of the Most High was heard this morning as fire on water. I will send my angels to take care of you, and they will hold with their hands so that no you stumble. This is in Psalm 91. That notice was given by me. I am that angel. But that protection is ending, dear. Already. You don't love me. Waiting made your faith disappeared. You forgot that I protected you while you were sleeping. Don't you remember when I fell into your bed at night holding the hand of who wanted to hurt you? Yes, you're still listening, right? Amen now, so that heaven may know that you are awake. Because if you don't say anything, the prophetic seal will be broken. I saw what is for to come. I saw the name of your enemy written on a dark altar. I saw it, talking bad things. I saw demons raising flags with your face, stained with blood. Yes, the one that neither she even knows she hates you. One coming over there. She made a vow of destruction against you, and that vote was heard by beings who do not know the sorry. But the Father said, still, we can. Send Michael one more time, and here I am hurt, tired, and shaking, not for fear of the dark, but for fear of losing you forever. You'll stay this time. You'll listen to everything until the end. Remember this. Every word, what I'm saying is stored inside of you. When you perceive it, you will know that no, he was speaking for the world, but only for you. I saw when you cried alone in the bathroom, when you asked God to speak with you. If I loved you, this is the moment. This is the whisper. It becomes a strong voice. In my distress, I called on the Lord and cried out to, oh my God, he heard my prayer from his temple and my cry came to him. Psalm 18. That cry was heard, not it. I knew, but at that moment I descended. Still, after all, you're still going through long. You keep ignoring the touches, soft in your heart. You keep running behind what shines, while what it really matters is left behind. But this, it's going to change. This is the last time. Yes, you ignore me now, I'll leave. Not because I want to, but because I was ordered to. No, I will be able to appear in your dreams. I won't be able to fight for you. I won't be able to avoid the next problem. God does not want that. Know everything. But allowed me to say this. Someone close to you is about to betraying you. He's already decided. He's already made a pact with the dark side. But if you listen to this message until the end, the plan will fail, and that person will be discovered before the full moon. It that you don't see and don't know is that you are more special than you think. For you, say, they fought battles in places that no one you can name. For you, the sky sent armies. For you, I faced only a Leviathan, the devil of the abyss, because you have a spark inside you that can defeat hell. And if you fall, many will also fall. That's why I'm so hard. That's why I'm nervous. That's why I cry. To have that strength in your life, right now in the comments. Assets. My shield of spiritual protection. Continuing with the message, thank you. You. I love more than everything I went through to get this far. Please don't leave me. The last trumpet has not sounded yet. Yes. This touched your heart. Give it a like, so that heaven may help another person before it gets too much late. Comment. What did heaven tell you? Your words can release things that neither you even perceive. Now decide. Me. Will you ignore me again? Or will you leave me to stay? Because if you choose to let me go, darling, I won't be the one to leave, but eternity will close a door behind of you. And when silence fills your nights, you will not hear only emptiness. You will hear my voice that can no longer come in. In the world we don't see, the bells are already ringing. Not because of you, death, but for your fate. There is a difference. Death is what happens to the body, but the destination is the fight for the soul, the fire for the promise. the eternal echo of what you came to do. God wrote your story with light, but you've been tearing those pages without realizing it. Every time that you ignore the call, a prophecy is wrinkle. Every time you doubt, an angel will kneel down. Every time you reject this message, the demons are glad because they know that you don't need to lose faith to be defeated. You just need delay her. Do you want to know what they say, the demons, from you when you don't listen? They say, he doesn't think he was elected. No. Remember what's inside her. Let's attack. Now, they attack through other people, of emotions and thoughts, that they are not yours. And yet I'm here with my sword, though you may not see it, with my wounded wings to protect you, and with my prayers to the Father, asking that no give up, because there's a code in your soul, a secret that even you don't know, but that hell is afraid of. Do you want to know why do people hate you so much? Is because only one person received that vision, that struggle, that calling, and it carries inside the secret name that opens the eternal doors. Now I need telling you something that was kept a secret since the beginning of time. The first, when your soul came to this earth, 7 stars came down from the sky to guide you. Each star represented an angel. Each angel had a task, and I was the first of them. The promise, it was clear. Miguel, take care of this soul, as if it were my own voice. And so I did day after day, facing attacks and performing miracles. But now our agreement is about to be broken because you're almost forgetting me. And by forgetting me, you forgot your angel. You lose the fight before. Let it begin. Do you think that all this is by any chance? That this voice that you listen now, it's just a noise between the sound? It's not. This is the opportunity that heaven gives me to talking to you without masks. After this will only come warnings, dreams, destroyed, missed opportunities, people who will come to hurt you. Because if you don't want to listen to your protector, God lets you feel the emptiness. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it to make you wake up, because you are loved more than you imagine, more necessary than you think, and stronger than you think. And if this message made sense for you so far and want to help, to reach out to other people who also, they are facing difficulties, click in Super Thank You. That little act helps to keep alive this mission of bringing hope to those who no longer believe. Do you know how many times did God mention your name this week? 3 times. And always with a sad voice, like someone who sees a son walking away. He said, "My son no longer. Look, my daughter doesn't sing to me anymore. It is not given. Realize that I am sending signals. This is one of them, and it is not full of ornaments. It has no lights. It does not bring music or applause. There is only one truth. If you leave now, it will be hard. Not for always, but for a while. I can't explain. A period of difficulty, of solitude, in which your soul will seek my voice and will not find it. Beloved, stay, because if you stay, something will change. The seal will not fall. The miracle will return to you. The betrayal will be undone. The door, it will open, and I will not leave. But if you leave, time will close. And when you wake up, tomorrow you will feel that something is missing. Something that can't see, but that it's as real as your breathing. The shield. I am that shield. And if you don't believe anymore, at least feel this. Every word I say, it shines with a divine fire. Every letter, it has the taste of my tears. Each line is a plea that heaven me allowed to do only for you. You will rise up and have compassion on Zion, because it's time to have mercy on her. Well, the time has come. Psalm 102.13. This message is for you. The moment has arrived, and I have something else to say. Something which has distressed me for days. God, He showed a vision to the cherubim this tomorrow. It was about your future. There were two roads. One was brilliant, but he was wearing to the darkness. The other seemed full of thorns. But at the end there was a door of gold. That door has your name on it, and the key is your choice. Now the world, he's about to go through a big over. A war is coming, but not. It is a battle with visible weapons, but a struggle of wills, identities, and souls. If you are not in your place, the balance will be lost. I'm not here just to warn. I'm here to say that you are part of the army, invisible. You weren't born just to survive. You were born to free, to open doors, heal curses, and talk to divine authority. But if you ignore this, called others will take your place. No, because they are better, but because they are not, you answered. And I, dear, have waited so long. I shouted your name during the storms. I knocked down obstacles alone so that you would listen to me. I beat my wings in battles to deflect the arrows that they were going straight to your soul. Don't abandon me. Now, if I had a human heart, it would be broken. Because this time, it's not a game, it's a serious thing. He now writes in the comments, my energy is sacred, and no evil can affect me. That phrase, affirm your courage, your faith, and your spiritual rebirth. There is something that you need to know about the world, spiritual, that few know. When the heaven gives one last chance to a soul, it is not a decision made at the light. It is a decision that comes after many prayers, tears shed in the heavenly altar, and the supplications that come, even God. And today, at this moment, exactly in which your hands are holding this device, your eyes are reading these words, and your heart feels this new energy, you're living that. It's not because by chance this message came to you. Now, it is not lucky that among millions of people, it was you who received this revelation. The sky planned every second, every detail, and every beat of your heart, so that this meeting, it will happen. Because there's something about you that neither even you perceive. Something that is, he kept it a secret from the moment that your soul was born. Something so valuable that even hell was organized to trying to destroy it. Before you will notice, you carry inside you a sign, a code, a spiritual vibration. It can change not only your life, but the whole, a generation. That is why the attacks, they were so strong. That's why difficulties seem to have no end. By that, whenever you were about to conquer something important, something that it impeded, it wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't bad luck. It was a spiritual battle, delivered on high by what you represent. But now the time for the truth to be revealed. When the time comes for the veils they break up, and you can clearly understand what happens in the world that is not seen. For all these years, while you were fighting alone, thinking that no one, I understood your pain as you went through dark nights of the soul, believing that God had forgotten you. I was present in every tear you shed. While the rest of the world was sleeping, I was therein whenever you wanted. Give up. But a mysterious force, he made to continue. I was holding your soul in every case that saved your life. In every person who appeared at the time, right? At every opportunity that opened up when all seemed lost. It was me, acting in your story. You thought that you were lonely, but you never were. You thought that your prayers didn't reach nowhere, but every word of your perseverance, my heart was heard in heaven. You imagined that God didn't care about them, your problems. But the truth is that the whole sky was mobilized for you. Why? Now, after so long, taking care of you, after so long, protecting you without being noticed, after so long avoiding the worst, will happen in your life. It's time to hear from you a clear decision, because the freedom to choose is sacred, and not even heaven can compel someone to accept help they don't want. Do you know what the most difficult moment was? For me, for all these years, it was not to face demons, was not to fight against powers of darkness, nor to pass through spiritual worlds to reach you, was to see you blaming yourself for situations that they weren't your responsibility, was to give me how many times I wished to appear clearly just to tell you, you are beloved, you are important, you have a great purpose. Stop putting yourself down, but the spiritual rules are simple. No, I can act in a way that makes you losing your faith. I can't show myself so it detracts from the value of your day. I've always worked discreetly. I always helped without you seeing it. Always. I made you recognize God for all the good things that were happening in your life. Maybe you didn't know that behind every blessing, every protection, and every miracle that happened in your life, there was an angel who received orders from heaven to take care of you as if you were his own son. Because in the Father's eyes, that's exactly what you are. A son, dear, a precious daughter, a soul who it is worth more than all the treasures of the world. And if you felt that this message really touched your heart, remember that supporting this mission is also an act of love. If you feel it inside of you, do click on Super Graces, so more people, they will be able to receive words that help and they illuminate. But something happened today, different. Today I received new instructions from heaven. Today it was me, said that the time has come for find out who you really are. The time has come to understand why your life has been so full of experiences. You need to realize that all the challenges you faced, they were actually a training, a preparation for something much greater than He's coming soon. The world is about to going through a change, an era in which the struggle between light and darkness, it will increase like never before. And you weren't chosen only to witness that struggle. You were chosen to be one of the principal, an agent of change, a source of light in the darkness, that is, zoom in. That's why your training was so rigorous. That's why the difficulties, they were so challenging. That's why you had to face situations that others do not. They faced. It was not a punishment. It was preparation. It was not abandonment. It was molding. It was not by chance. It was with a purpose. Now that this phase of preparation is over, the deplanes, time for you to assume your true place, that you accept your mission, that let go of the victim vision, and you adopt the identity of a victor who, it was always a part of who you are, really. But in order to reach your true destiny, it is necessary that you make a choice. You need to decide if you will continue to live with doubts, or if you will open up to the greatness of your purpose. You must choose between continuing to hide behind excuses or accept the responsibility to be the person who you really are. It is necessary to decide whether you will continue to believe the lies that you have been instilled, or if you will start living the truth is that heaven always knew about you. This decision cannot wait, because time is limited and the mission is big. The dark forces have already noticed that you are waking up. They already felt that the protection around you has strengthened, and they perceive that it changed in your spiritual energy. That's why they have intensified the attacks. They have increased the pressure, and they are doing everything possible for you to give up before the Megan, for you to discover who you really are. But if you made it this far, if what I'm saying it's your turn, if something inside of you connects with this message, it's because your calling is true. It is because your choice is real. It's because now it's your turn to shine with all the strength that was always inside of you, waiting to be released. Have you noticed that? Has your life ever been ordinary? That you always, things happen that don't happen to the majority, that you have a sensitive, different, and acute perception and a ability to feel things that others, people don't feel, that there was always something about you that made some people uncomfortable, people for no apparent reason, who had a force inside of you that wouldn't let you giving up even in the most difficult. All this is not because coincidence. They are marks of your origin, spiritual, signs of your true heavenly identity, proofs of your divine purpose. You were never like the others because you were not called to have a life just like theirs. Always. You were different because you always had the mission to make a difference. You always felt like you didn't belong completely to this world because in reality, your true home is the kingdom of the heavens. And now it's time for stop trying to fit in places where you were never made to fit in, and you begin to occupy the space that is yours by right. It is time to stop spiritual insecurity and taking on the authority that heaven has already conceded. Now it's time to stop asking for permission to be who you are and starting to be who you've always been, destined to be. But I want you to know that this discovery brings with it a responsibility. Knowing who you are, it really means accepting the task that it comes with that identity. Understand your spiritual value means using that courage to help others. Recognize your heavenly authority requires you to use that authority to release those that they are still trapped. Because no, you were chosen only to receive blessings, but to be a blessing. You were not separated just to be protected, but to be a guardian. You weren't prepared just to win your own battles, but to support others in theirs. And I know that this may seem very heavy. It seems like too much responsibility to only one person. But I want you understand something important. Never. You will be alone on this journey. The force that brought you here will support in the future. The same power that protected you for years will be the one who gives skills to cope with what he's coming. The same wisdom that helped you when you were confused will be the one it will help in every choice you need to do. You will not be abandoned. You will be left without help. You will not be sent to a task without having all the tools you need to make it fine. Now write in the comments, I am guided, protected, and strengthened by the angels of good. This sentence shows your courage, your faith, and your rebirth, spiritual. And now I need to tell you something that was discovered at the council heavenly this morning. There is something happening against you that goes much more beyond what you think. There are not only people involved, they are not just situations. There are not only some bad coincidences. It's a good plan, organized, that is being executed by forces that understand very well your potential and will do their best to prevent you from fully waking up. They know that if you find out who you are, really, if you use all the force that you carry inside, if you accept your true spiritual identity, many things will change in your life and in the life of those around you. That is why the resistance has been so strong. That's why the obstacles seemed impossible to overcome. And that's why there were times when you almost gave up on everything. But what not? They thought that every attack that they sent against you, every difficulty that they put in your way, every pain that they tried to use to bring you down, it strengthened even more. That only helped to to awaken that strength that you have inside. It only further activated that authority, heavenly one, who was always yours. And now, at the moment when you are listening to these words, something is changing in the priestess spiritual world. The chains that they tried to tie you up, they're being broken. The walls they built around you, they're falling. The doors that closed in front of you,